Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy New King Nero here. You know, it's probably my first video, right? This probably my first, probably my last. I don't really know, right? But I think I have to do this video because it's insane. It really is insane. Like, today we're just gonna discuss, why it's just so hard for the average person just to live, right? Especially in today's society. Why is it so hard? Like it makes no sense. Like it shouldn't even be this way. It really shouldn't. Like now before we get started, I just hopefully you can hit that subscribe button. Look out. And I might make another video. I don't really know. So that way you probably won't miss any thought-provoking content. Just in case, if there's anything I really want to talk about. I'm just gonna use this as just a diary or something. I don't know, something I can just help me deal with all the BS that's going around everywhere. You know. Yeah. So, why is it so hard for the average person just to live in today's society? There's so many reasons I can think of. So many reasons. But just today, for the sake of the video, we're just gonna make it just six things. Just make it six things, right? The first thing we want to talk about, which is the most important one, right? Which is insane. The most important one is economic pressure, right? Like one of the most craziest things, right, that the average person is dealing with today is economic pressure. It's crazy how wages has been stagnant, right? But the cost of living is just increasing. It's increasing to the point where 2/3 of your paycheck or your monthly pay is going to your rent, right? Shit, fuck it. 4/3, 4/3, right? It's going to your rent. I know it doesn't make any sense, but shit, you're paying more for rent, right? With money you probably paying with money you don't have. You're probably on the negative. Shit, the average person is probably on the negative. Like it's insane. Groceries, grow the cost of grocery went up. Just the other day, I went to Walmart, right? Try to go to Tops, right? Like I try to go to like that. Tops is like some local supermarket. It's like Walmart, but it's just way more expensive, right? Than Walmart. It's insane, the Tops is crazy expensive, right? But it's really easy to access on the bus line, right? And then you have Walmart that's like on the outskirts of the city, right? Which is like really hard to access. There's no bus lines going through there. And if there is, it's like one of those buses that takes like an hour to get there, right? The way things are set up, right? It's crazy. And so I went to Walmart, right? I only got a couple things, I got my basic groceries, got some chicken, you know, like I used to get a lot of ground beef before, but now I don't even touch that. I don't even look that way. Because ground beef is just 16, $17. I think for like what, 4 pounds, 2 pounds? Oh shit. I think it's 4 pounds or 2 pounds. I don't remember how many pounds it is, but it's like 16, 17, $18 for that, right? Shit. I can't imagine what the 10 pounds cost. It's like 20 something plus, right? You know, chicken, right? Like just getting drumsticks. Now I'm not talking about like, you know, chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, right? Or fucking, you know, chicken breast, chicken cutlets. Like we're not talking about that. I'm talking about drumsticks, right? Not the Purdue one, like the one in the bag, right? That's like the local one that's in the bag, the Walmart brand one, the great value. That shit goes for like $13, man. 13 fucking dollars. You expect that to be like six, seven, or eight, but that's just up there. $13. Like, and then you go ahead, right? You get some ramen. See, ramen is like what? Like I'm like this is not even me just buying, crazy shit. Like chicken wings. Fuck it. Chicken wings. Bands. Bam. like that's all I gotta say. Bands. Chicken wings cost the same amount as like trying to get steak, and it's not even the good steak. Like shit. I haven't touched steak in almost like 2 years. Shit. Cause man, but yeah, like it's insane to go shopping at Walmart. You know, I be trying to, I'll be budgeting, and my budget's just not keeping up. Like it's just not keeping up. Like I'll be having nearly nothing left, right? Like another thing that drives me off the wall, right? Well, actually, another thing as well. October is right around the corner. Shit, actually, it's October today, right? It's October 1st, right? And then you have them student loan payments pulling up, right? Shit, everybody's screwed, man. Everybody's gonna be screwed, you know. Well, if you got any student loans or anything like that, try to get that, what's that shit called? Uh, based off your pay. What's that shit? Based off your pay. I don't know what's it called. Just look it up, for student payments. So that way you get a more affordable, payments. Cause man, it's insane out here. And then on top of that, right? Everybody has student debt. Everybody has mad debt because they can't live. Cause what happened is this, right? I don't remember. I saw some video a while back with my boy Richard Wolf, right? He was speaking some facts, right? I'm not sure if they're really fully facts, but I don't know. They seem very obvious and apparent, right? And he was explaining how they replaced the wages, right? The increased wages for credit cards, right? Which makes a lot of sense. I can see something being done. You know how greed works, right? And it's crazy, like nowadays many folks they find it, really difficult just to make ends meet. Like they can't pay, God forbid anything happens, right? Let's say they get sick, right? They can't come into work, you know. They miss what, 2 or 3 days, it's over, right? God forbid you go get into a car accident, right? Or anything happens, right? You have to go in the hospital. You're in the hospital for like a couple weeks. You come out, you're fucked. That's crazy. Like people, like all it takes is one car accident and it's over. That's all it takes. You have to restart from square one again. It's insanity. And then let's not talk about the clowns. The clowns. The joke. That's our government. I'm not even gonna discuss that. That's gonna be for another video, right? But it's nearly impossible for the average person just to make ends meet. At this point, I'm ranting. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just ranting. Another thing that just drives me off the walls. It's just the gap between the wealthy and the average person just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like I'm not even talking about like you know like the business owner. I don't, man. They're struggling too. They're struggling too. Not like the average business owner, who's, you know, making money here and there, but they out here trying to keep their business afloat, right? No, I'm talking about these goddamn like billionaires and shit. Like it makes no like I can't think of a reason as to why a person would need billions of dollars. It's insanity. Like you have people trying to like, throw rockets into the moon, right? Or whatever. Leave that shit to NASA. Leave that shit to NASA. You have billionaires, right? Who's like has billions of dollars for no reason. I can't think of any reasons. Maybe because I'm not a billionaire. That's why I can't think of any reason. But there's really no justifiable reason, right? As to why a person should have so many billions of dollars. And no, we're not talking about, uh, you know, uh, what you call it, as in like, assets or like, money as in like money in the company. I'm talking about like they still have bands, right? That they can use and spend for themselves. We talk about the profits, right? The crazy amount of profits that they be making, for themselves and their board of directors. These fucking CEOs, like they're useless. They don't need $27 million. Insane. And it just makes it's really hard for like the average person to achieve financial stability. We'll talk about the the gap between the wealthy and the average in another video too, right? Because it's insane. Like, I'm gonna do a little more research because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find what I'm gonna find, right? Because I know I have an idea. I have some kind of idea what's going on, right? This is just my insight. Another thing is we're struggling mentally, bro. We are. Our mental health is fucked. Like we are screwed. This is just another aspect that a lot of that just can't be overlooked at all. It's just the impact on mental health, man. Like you have, fast pace, high stress, fast paced, high stress work environment, right? Modern society, right? Leading to like a lot of anxiety, crazy levels of depression, right? Which also go hand in hand with economic pressure, right? That's why a lot of people are fucked. Burnout, right? Because we're working so hard for so little, right? Like it's nearly impossible to balance work, family, and personal time. Like it's nearly impossible. Like only people that can probably do that is just the high middle income, and they're not even they're disappearing too. You know, there's really no middle no middle income class, to be honest. There really isn't anymore. You can't just go ahead, have experience for 5 years or anything, right? And then get a livable wage, right? Job that's able to cover the basic necessities. It's insanity. How is it that we don't have the basic necessities covered, right? It's not like we're trying to buy a mansion, It's not like we're trying to, you know, buy a fucking yacht, We just want to live. It's just sad that things are the way they are, Like another thing that's insane, right? It's just, oh man, let's not even talk about healthcare, cause healthcare is just wild, bro. Like man, fuck it. Just the other day, right? Not the other, like I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I had an ear infection because I was cleaning my ear out. I'm telling you this, guys. Do not clean your fucking ear out. I know that shit feels good because I can't do it, but damn, bro. So I got an ear infection, right? I had to go to the doctor. I thought I had the flu, right? To be honest, I thought I had COVID or some shit. But I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, man, it's just a flu. I thought I had a flu. I thought something was wrong, like, cause I had a hard time getting off my bed, like I'd be, to get to work and shit, right? So I say, you know what? Let me just go over. Let me just go to well now, right? I'm gonna get a little checkup just to see what I got, see what's going on. Cause number one, I'm going through a lot of pain. My whole side of my face is like hurt, And I'm like, damn, I probably got a wisdom tooth for something. Like the pain is crazy, right? So I go there, you know, I'm I'm tired because I couldn't sleep because I was in a lot of pain, you know, and I was sweating bullets, bro, when I was in there. I was in pain, I was I was fucking terrified because I didn't want to look at my bill, bro, you know. And I have health insurance, but like still, the cost of what it would have been without health insurance is insane, right? So I went there, they did my little checkup. So it turns out I had some shit called swimmer's ear. It's just an ear infection, right? That's what it's called, it's an ear infection. And they was telling me, yeah, do not clean your ear out with foreign objects. And I'm like, shit, everything's a foreign object. Shit, everything you put in your ear is a foreign object. Damn. But, you know, but yeah, my bill came up to like, what, I think $105 for a checkup. Right? It's insane because you would expect it to be something a little low. It's $105. But what it would have been without my insurance would have been like around $300. Just to get a checkup, just to I checked my ear. They looked at everything. They tried to see if I had like, anything. Right? And it would have been 300 goddamn dollars, man. Like, damn, man. And then let's not even talk about social media. That's the third point as well. That's another reason. Social media is crazy, man. I don't, to be honest, I stay away. Like I try to stay away from TikTok, but YouTube has its own version of TikTok called YouTube Shorts, right? and it just that's the first thing that pops up. I don't know how to disable it, but I don't really care. I always just skip, you know. But they usually don't have anything really interesting on it. There's some stuff, but it's not really that interesting. But like today, in today's society, everything is influenced by social media. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's really helpful, right? It can be helpful, but like they also contribute to the feeling of like inadequacy, and like you feel isolated. You feel like you're not really, good enough or anything. You find yourself comparing yourself a lot. A lot of people really find themselves comparing themselves. And little do they know is that all that shit is cap. All that social media shit is cap. Like they out here, taking pictures, videos, going to Dominican Republic. They ain't doing shit in Dominican Republic. They just bought a plane ticket, got a hotel, and they probably stood in that hotel. They ain't go nowhere. They just took a bunch of pictures. Shit, that's all they do. A lot of people do is just take pictures, make false memories. Like enjoy the time. Put your phone away. Have some fun. Enjoy your time with your family. You don't need your phone there. Put that shit away. Right? And it's weird. It's like it's like what personal was a PR, like personal PR or some shit. Like people just want to put their life on social media. My shit is I leave my shit alone. I don't even be on Facebook to be honest. There's nothing interesting on Facebook. You know, everybody's busy. Everybody's trying to live just like me. Everybody's trying to live. Shit, and like and it's crazy because like a lot of people, they're trying to do everything they can to like maintain like a picture perfect life. Like they're trying to, like match like the lifestyle of their social media page with real life. Like that's not real. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to these other people. Like I understand it's like a flex, great. That's human nature. Everybody wants to flex. That's understandable. But like, come on. How you gonna go ahead, flex and shit, and then go back to your shitty apartment, right? That you spend 4/3, right, of your pay every month to take care of. Like, it's insanity, it really is. It's insanity. Like, and it's true. What's crazy? It's a perfect reflection of how things are today. We find ways to escape. We want to escape, so we go to social media. We because we know life today is not that great. Yeah, we're not at war, right? Well, I'm not gonna lie, we're at war. We're at war every fucking time. America's, I don't know what it is. People just throwing hands for no. I'm not gonna say for no reason. There's reasons, right? But you know, like everybody's always. Well, actually, I live in the hood, right? So technically, we're always at war. Shit. I'm like, we're always at war, but like, damn, man, it's insane. Like you're out here trying to maintain this picture perfect life. That's portrayed on your social media page. It's overwhelming, right? It causes a lot of mental health issues, and it affects a lot of, it affects self-esteem, right? It's insane, because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of always, well, it wasn't, it kind of always been like that, right? It's just now it's more prevalent than ever, right? In order for people to boost up their self-esteem, they have to, put other people down, right? Or they have to lie to themselves, that's the word, gaslight. They had to gaslight themselves. It's so fucking stupid. I hate saying that word. But yeah, like they had to, gaslight themselves, right? Or gaslight other people. Like gaslight themselves and other people like, hey, my life is so great. Like shit, you need to live like me. Or hey, look at my life. Look how I'm living. And I'm like, man, put your phone away. Live life for real, right? But then again, it's kind of hard to live life because you can't really afford anything, right? So you obviously do the most logical thing is find an escape and go into social media, post pictures of yourself, right? It's weird. I don't know why people do it. They have like 10, 15 pictures of themselves. Like I don't understand that at all. You know, maybe because I'm a dude, or maybe I'm just normal. I don't know. Maybe I'm because I'm just an average dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm not anything special or anything like that. You know. And that's the third topic. The fourth topic you want to talk about, right? Which is really insane, man. Yeah, this is the one I was gonna talk about. You know, because it ties in with the second topic we talk about today, which is healthcare costs. You know, like healthcare is insane, bro. Like the damn man, like the the inadequate access, you know, to affordable health insurance. It's wild, bro. Like it's insane. Like it's difficult for the average person to receive the medical care they need. Like it really is. Like man, it's just wild, man. Like it just leads to financial strain. And like I said earlier, all it takes is one bad car accident. You know, that's all it takes, and your life is. I'm not gonna say your life is over, but shit is the biggest setback you're gonna have in a long ass time, right? You know, some cases, you know, even sometimes, in some cases, your health is gonna be worse because you went to the hospital and shit. You know, you try to diagnose whatever you have, you know, whatever you go through. Shit, maybe they might have to amputate a limb or something, and then you can't get back into the workforce. And then SSI it is, which that shit is. SSI is just unreliable, right? I'm gonna talk about that in another video, but and that's the fourth topic. I didn't really put too. I'm not gonna put too much, you know, information into the fourth topic because you know I'm not gonna discuss that too much because you know it's just for the sake of the video. The video's getting a little too long, but the fifth topic we're gonna talk about, right, which is the biggest thing, is the biggest one, right, as to why is this so hard, right? It's work-life balance, right? Like you know, achieving a healthy work-life balance is just it's challenging as hell, bro. Like it's insane. You know, it's insane. You know, you spend more time, right? The majority of your day, the majority of your week, right, working for pennies on a dollar, right? You're not getting paid what you're supposed to get paid, right? You spend most of your time at work. You're in a place you don't want to be, right? Now I understand there's people out there that probably enjoy their jobs, you know, good for you, right? But we're talking about the average person, right? We're not talking about, you know, the few I'm not gonna say the few, but people who enjoys their job, right? Because in the end of the day, people go to work just to get paid, right? To get a better life, right? You know, to pay the bills, right? Bills that are forced upon you because you have no choice but to, you know, pay them bills. You have to pay rent because you have to have a roof over your head, right? So technically, you're fucking trapped in a cycle. You're technically trapped. You're being held hostage by bills. Put it like that. You're being held hostage by bills. That's what it is, you know. And like, it's not like you can just get up, you know, go off the grid and live in the wilderness, right? Good luck with that. You know, how many people can do that? Shit. You know, like we weren't raised or trained that way. You know, like I'm not gonna say trained, but you know, we weren't brought up that way. So the average person is not gonna be living in the fucking woods, hunting squirrel and eating ass. Like, no. Like work-life balance is crazy. You know, people find themselves working long ass hours, bro. Long ass hours just to make ends meet, man. You know, they have little time for personal life, hobbies, and self-care. Little time. They don't have any time to take care of themselves. You know, fuck it, any time to actually, you know, I'm not gonna say go to the gym, right? Because you could just spend 30 minutes to go to the gym, right? But then again, you're probably gonna spend like an hour and a half commuting from work to, you know, home, and you're already exhausted, and the only thing you want to do is go home and then sleep or do whatever, or find some time to do what you actually like, so that way you don't, you know, kill yourself, right? You know, like, and another thing is insane, right? Because it's like the constant hustle, right? The constant hustle and grind, right? That takes a toll on, you know, like on your mental and your physical well-being, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. People were scammed, you know, with hustle, 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 hustle. All you're doing is hustling. Like You know, they be like, oh, the grind is great. The grind is great. The grind is great if you see improvement. You know, it's cool to hustle, right? When you're getting shit. You know, when you're living. You know, when you're getting things that are able to help you live, right? Because if you're constantly getting zero, zero, and zero, 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 right? You know, just constant zeros, right? Not no commas, not no one and a comma and zero, can no man get the fuck out of here. Ain't no, we're not talking about them zeros. We're talking about like zero every single time you try, right? You're gonna move on. It's human nature. You're gonna move on to the next thing and try to do something else, right? You know, and then it gets exhausted to the point where you don't want to do anything because you're just constantly moving on to the next thing over and over and over and over again, and it seems like you just can't keep up, right? Now there's the lucky few, right? There's people out here, you know, who make sense. Yeah, there's also the prospect like if you work hard enough you can make it, but also luck is a factor as well, you know. Someone has to notice, someone has to find you, right? Some the door has to be open for you, right? Because you can keep knocking on that goddamn door, and whoever's on the other side, they can choose to keep it closed. In the end of the day, you know, they can probably open it for a while, shit, which is very, you know, unlikely, you know. And you can put your foot on the door in the door, but shit, next thing you know, sometimes they might even open that door, deck your shit, and close that door on you. Like, the work life balance is insane, you know. This fake ass hustle culture, right? You know, like started at a time where everybody was like, "Hey, buy my motherfucking course." That's the reason why it was pushed so much, just to buy these motherfuckers' course. Don't listen to these people. Shit, don't even listen to me. Put it like that. Shit, I'm just ranting, right? Don't listen to all these people. All they trying to do is have you buy their course. That's how the majority didn't even make their money, right? And then that's the fifth one, right? Now the sixth, you know, reason that's why it's so hard to live, right? It's just, you know, I'm not gonna say environmental concerns, right? I'm just gonna go. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's more of a. I'm not gonna say it is. I don't think it's environmental concern. I think it's more like, you know, because initially I was thinking it was an environmental issue, but it's a societal issue. You know, it's like I'm not a kind of a cultural issue, right? You know, we were conditioned, right? Because this is the truth. We were conditioned, right? You know, to consume. You know, consume a lot, bro. Like we are unconsciously conditioned to just constantly consume. You know, just buy shit, buy shit, buy shit. Many times with money we don't even have. Shit. And, you know, all we do is consume, you know. And those people at the very top, they consume more than everybody. They actually do. They consume more than everybody. They fly their private jets. They fuck the environment up. You know, they're out here talking about, you know, hey, save the world, but they're the same people that's fucking it up anyways, right? It's not the average person that's fucking up the world. It's not us. We're just trying to live. You know, the ones that are fucking up the world is those people at the top. You know, this video is probably gonna get taken down, but I don't give a shit. You know, it's probably not even gonna get any views because YouTube is probably not gonna let the algorithm is not gonna allow it to pop off, right? You know, like like man, it's insane. You know, like it's challenging for the average person, right, to have resources. You know, or like or any knowledge, right, to make any significant changes. Even when you have knowledge, you still can't do shit because you can't really do shit by yourself, right? You know, in reality, you know, we really need to, you know, be together. But we're so conditioned to be separated, right? We're so conditioned to overconsume, right? I'm actually talking about this in another video as well. You know, look at that. I got like what, 4 videos to talk about. Look at that. Four topics to talk about in 4 other videos. Look at that. You know, and now it's just crazy, man. It really is. But what I'm gonna do here, right? I'm just gonna let you guys go. I just had to just rant a little, just put this video out there, cause like I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm surprised nobody really is, like going crazy. Like I'm surprised nobody is pulling the Paris, pulling the France. I'm surprised nobody's like protesting or fighting. The UAW is, shit. I'm glad they are. Shit, we need more of that, right? So that way some change can be done, because our government is incompetent, right? We should, to be honest, we really shouldn't even really rely on our government too much, because you already know how they are. They're corrupted as hell, right? They're bought out by the corporations. I know I sound like some tinfoil hat motherfucker, but like, it is what it is. Like, because this is just what I'm noticing. Because this is based off our observation. Observation. It's just me ranting, and it's just based off what I observe. I feel like the government, they're just paid off by corporation. They're not for the people. They're for the wealthy. They're for the corporations. They're not for us. They're not. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I'm just gonna keep going, and the video's gonna get longer, and then nobody's gonna watch it. Shit, to be honest, nobody's really gonna watch it anyways. But there you have it. It's just some of the key reasons why it's just difficult for the average person, to live, right? It's just, it's essential knowledge, to be honest. What these challenges are. And it's sad, because we should be working towards a solution just to promote a more, sustainable, more sustainable future. Like, a better way to live. You would expect that, over time we would learn from our past mistakes, but we just keep repeating history over and over again. And it's sad. Now, if you found this video insightful, just don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, or whoever. Shit, hopefully, people will watch this video more. And as always, I'm not gonna say as always, because it's just my first video, but I just encourage you to engage in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. You know, tell me what you think. If you agree or disagree with the 6 points that I mentioned. You know, but thanks for tuning in, and hopefully, uh, we'll see you in the next video.